my god. Oh god, I'm scared. I was just about to start the video. It does this thing where it puts like a yellow box like on your face. And there was one like, there's a yellow box like right there. No, I don't. Hey, bud. I guess one of the entities wants to be part of the video. So we're just gonna let it happen. What? Oh, it's the reflection. I was like, what the fuck is that shiny thing back there? Sorry. My eyes are really swollen right now because I was crying last night, and don't ask why my nose is really pink. It's just because I was just touching it and I'm sensitive right now. Oh god, I got like a pain in my chest because I stressed. Not sick. I don't think. I'm pretty sure I'm not sick, but just stressed. It's just like it's like someone's like jabbing me in there. So it's been a minute, as we can all tell. It's been a minute since I posted something. I'm pretty sure I unlisted my last video, so it seems like even more of a minute than it actually has been. But I just haven't felt like talking to my phone because I'm really insecure, and when I look at my face I feel really ugly. But I feel like recently I've kind of stopped caring as much if I'm ugly. I mean, I still care. It's hard to not care, but I care a little less, which is nice. I mean, I wish I knew how to set my thumbnails because I looks really, really bad sometimes. You'd think by now I would have just looked it up, but I just don't think you can do it on your phone, so I just don't really feel like figuring it out, I guess, even though I want to figure it out. Anyway, I do have some things to talk about, mostly because no one really takes me seriously. Like, no one. Like, I'll tell people things and it kind of just like washes over them, and they don't really like I said, they don't really take it seriously. They don't really consider what I'm saying fully, I don't think. Or they do, and they just don't seem like they do. I'm not really sure, but I think I'm being abducted. I think I was abducted when I was a child by like aliens, not like a kidnapper. Because, well, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to say like this part publicly, but I guess I'm just gonna go for it. When I was little, I had a lot of weird dreams. I still have a lot of weird dreams, but there's some specifically that I remember really clearly, and this is one of them where it felt like a camp almost, because it was me and a bunch of kids, and there was one older teen boy who was like a counselor or something. Sorry, my lips are so dry right now, I just can't stop thinking about it. And we were standing on these weird like bleacher type things. I don't know. And I remember being this weird building behind it that the counselor guy went into. But I was standing there, and this giant owl, maybe like, well, you can't really see, but like a big owl flew up and landed on the railing right in front of me. And I just remember thinking, like, that's our teacher. Can't say why I thought that, but then the next part of the dream, I was running around through the woods with this girl. I call her like Eliza or Leah or whatever feels right. It categorized her as having some sort of like teal energy, and she has dark hair. She's got like them goth girl vibes, but like before the girl actually turns goth, like when you're in middle school and you really want to be goth but you're not. She's got some cool ass vibes. I've seen her in a few other dreams, and every dream I have with her is like really strangely vivid. Like I had another one where we were celebrating Halloween and we were hanging out in her bathroom, and I got to meet all her friends, and I was just really, really excited to be part of a new friend group. But then I woke up and then it wasn't real, so that kind of sucked. But I remember this fallen over tree, this like big ass log. It was really beautiful. Like it felt really real, because you know how nature is, like all the moss and the leaves and the shit. It was just beautiful. It was a really strange dream, and you know, it was just a dream or whatever. I didn't really make a big deal out of it because I was a kid and it was just a cool dream. But when I got into conspiracy theories later in life, I think I was watching like a Shane Dawson video or something. I mean, a lot of people have watched his conspiracy theory videos. I'm not the only one. I'm not going to try to hide it. Like, this is how I found out this thing, is that I think in one of his videos he spoke about Bohemian Grove, and there's this like iconic picture that is like the number one picture you usually see, is like in the middle of the forest there's like these stands, and there's big differences here. Obviously, like there's no building in the picture, and there's like a pond in the picture, but when I saw it I was just like, that was the setting of my dream. That's where I was. So I'm sorry if I'm staring at myself. I know you're supposed to like stare at the camera, but if it were me, I wouldn't want me to stare directly. Like, I just wouldn't. So sorry, I'll get back to it. I saw it and it immediately just like hit some button. Like I just like I remembered the dream really fully again, and I was like, well, that's weird that Bohemian Grove reminds me of the forest I was dreaming in. But then I found out more about it, like how there's like a giant owl statue, for example. So that freaked me out a little bit. And I've heard things like, if you see an owl in your dreams, it could be aliens or something. Basically, the gist of what I'm saying is I do, in fact, have a belief that I was, abducted by aliens, maybe, or something, and along with all these kids that were about my age, and I feel like it was some sort of initiation or something. I know it sounds whack, but it gives me strange vibes. And then I'd seen a couple of possible UFOs before. There's one time my friends were smoking in the swamp by my house, and for some reason I didn't feel like it, which is not how I am now. I always smoke now, but I decided to like lay back on the playground, and I was staring up at the stars, and I saw like what I thought was like a satellite, you know, but as it was going across the sky, I was like, wow, that's fast as fuck. Are they usually that fast? And then it's like would stop and then like move in like almost like a triangular motion. It could stop and hover and then move in specific directions however it wanted to. And then I realized that like parallel to it was another light that was doing the same. And then when I started to truly freak out that I was going to get abducted or something, they seemed to go up and dim and go away. Pretty sure, I mean, not sure entirely, but I'm pretty sure satellites or whatever don't do that. But you know, I'm not entirely sure. The one I'm more sure of being a UFO is I was sitting in this field by my house at night. I was trying to hang out with my friends, but he wasn't able to make it, so I was just kind of hanging out in the area, seeing if he could, because I was really bored and restless. So I'm sitting there. I was listening to I can't remember what the exact song it was, but I have this playlist that is called Songs That Aliens Like, and it's just that song because I thought I saw aliens when I was listening to it. I was watching planes go by. It was really peaceful and shit. I'm just listening to the song and I'm feeling quite great, trying to like meditate or whatever. And then trailing behind one of the planes was like stereotypical like saucer, like silver saucer. It wasn't like, you know, like a perfect like disc. It had like a little round bulbous top sort of, which is still kind of one of the stereotypical looks. I saw it just like it was behind the plane, and then it just like did this motion where it swooped under it and then just dematerialized, turned just completely invisible, completely gone. But I saw it good enough. And what was really freaky is like the plane was like this, the saucer was like, no, it's hard to describe. Plane was like whittle whittle, the saucer was like a big motherfucker. So that's kind of freaky because I think planes are big, so that shit must have been huge. But as of recently, it's gotten weirder because first I was hanging out with my friend. We had just showed up at my house, and he got out of his car and like closed the door, and I was already turned around walking towards my house, but he wasn't facing the other direction. And he just goes like, I don't remember what exactly he said, obviously, I'm just trying to paraphrase, but he's like, holy shit. He's like panicking suddenly, kind of like freaking out, but not like too bad. But he was just like, holy shit, holy shit. I was like, what? And he said he saw a UFO in the sky. I wish I could remember exactly how he described it as looking, but I don't. I'm really bad. But then a few days later, I was walking my dog with my mom, and we were actually telling each other our UFO stories because I was really curious to hear hers. And we're almost home. We're like walking down the road, almost home, and up in like the same area of sky, like in the same direction, same patch of sky, I see this super bright light like materialize and go by and then dematerialize. And my mom just caught it at the end where she saw it like fly and disappear. And I was like, Mom, what the fuck was that? And she was like, it was a UFO. So if she says so, it must be true. And I don't know. You know, you can't really confirm what's a UFO. You don't know what's flying out there. To me, everything is an identified flying object because, like, I'm an idiot, but it's just really weird to spot things so close together, like how my friends spot things and have me and my mom spot something. And I started getting this idea in my head that the aliens are like coming back for me. They're gonna come get me. And it's kind of freaked me out. And then the other night, I was sleeping, obviously, just sleeping, and my dad said he was woken up by my dog barking like a dozen times in my room with me. My dog barked once this morning and I woke right the fuck up. He can get away with barking like a couple times while I'm in a deep sleep without me noticing, but like more than once or twice or 3 times will certainly wake me up. Like, I'm not that deep of a sleeper. I've got traumas, so I'm really not that deep of a sleeper. And my dad was like, are they home? Like, is the dog just locked in their room and they're not here? And he opened up the door and looked, and like, I was just sleeping. I just didn't hear it, didn't wake up. I don't even have a slight sleepy memory of hearing it. Nothing. So I started to get this belief that that the aliens showed up and took me from my body, and my dog gets really upset when he's alone, so he probably started to freak out because I was gone, and I don't know where they took my where they took me. You know, they left my body, obviously. I don't know where they took me. I don't remember these things, but I'm fairly convinced the aliens have been taking me. For what? I have no clue. I don't think I'm supposed to remember. Maybe I'm supposed to remember like a little bit, but not a lot. And sometimes I get really panicked and start to freak out, like, that they're gonna take me. But at the same time, that's what I've been asking for like years now. So really, they should just get it on with. And I don't want this video to be too much longer, because it's already like 15 minutes. But another thing that happened recently is I was sitting here but turned the other way, because I don't usually sit here with no back support. This is just the best place to set up my phone. And I saw something shadowy to the right of me, which right now is to the left. And my normal inclination when I see something is to try to look directly at it, and then it usually disappears. But I was writing and I was being really like thoughtful, and I was like, don't look directly at it. Like, I want to see it. The best way to perceive these kinds of things is to look at it through your peripheral, not look at it directly. So I sat there and it started to like gain more of a form. It looked like it had like, okay, I swear I'm not trying to like describe it as looking like an alien, because I don't think it was. I don't know, I don't actually know what aliens are like, but I'm not trying to be like, it was an alien. This is just what it looked like. It seemed to have like, I shouldn't say it, I'm pretty sure he was a he. I imagined him as being a he. Hopefully he's not offended. He looked like he had like dark gray skin. He looked like, I don't know, average human height. I might have been a little bit taller than him. I'm 5'7", but I'm not really sure because I'm really bad at height. And he seemed to have this like, he was hooded. He had like a cloak on, and it looked like kind of a little yellowy gray, like just an odd gray color. And I felt like there were thoughts being put in my head. Like, he was telling me I need to read more again, because I stopped reading recently. He told me I need to finish the book I'm currently reading. And so he seems like a sweet guy. Seems like a sweet, caring guy. But every time I tell someone I've seen a hooded figure in my garage who put thoughts into my head, they don't seem to respond the way I would expect, you know? If someone told me that, I'd be like, holy shit, that's so cool, or that's so weird, that's so strange. What was that like? I tell people about it, and they're just like, okay. Like, I don't feel like anyone's given me any sort of response to it. Like I said, it just seems like it, like, washes off people. Like, I tell them, like, I think I'm being abducted by aliens. I'm hallucinating or seeing things constantly, and, like, a hooded figure in my garage was talking to me. I just get nothing out of people. I mean, it's like I don't need anything from anyone. Like, it's not like I don't, like, want, like, attention. I don't want to be sent to a psych ward. I just want someone to consider what I'm saying as being truly real for me, and also sometimes quite terrifying. But I don't know if people think I sound like I'm making it up, or they just feel uncomfortable or something. But I just don't feel like people really listen when I talk about it, which is, it's rough, sort of. I mean, like, I can just talk to myself. I can talk to my phone. I really should do that more often. Like, I should update with new things that happen. My friends want to go to a haunted cemetery. I'd love to. And don't worry, I'll be respectful. I love cemeteries. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. If you watch this, whoever you are, thank you for listening. Very kind of you. Wish me luck with all this shit. I don't always feel great about it. I feel pretty optimistic about the alien shit right now. Like, ooh, this is fun, this is wacky, this is fresh. Maybe I'll be the main character for once. But it is pretty freaky to think I'm going through this. Like, even if I'm not, the fact that I think I am, like, it does kind of freak me out. Anyway, goodbye now.